What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Demo's Diecast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Shout out to all of the returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you, and welcome to any first-time viewers or new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. We are back today with episode 3 of wheel swaps. So today we are going to be going over the easiest way to do a wheel swap and lower the car without having to shave the inside of the body. So this is going to be like a lowering session, but not slamming the car completely to where the base is kind of dragging or as low as can be. So for today's example, we're going to be using the yellow FD RX-7 from the Street Tuners set, I believe it was. So beautiful example, like a yellow flake paint with like a pearl. So this thing is sick. Great model. So this one has been prepped already just for the sake of timing in the video. But I'll kind of go over each and every step and what you're going to need to complete this type of lowering process. So we've already got the car drilled, taken apart, obviously. Over here, I have one axle already set up in the base. So this will kind of give you an idea of what we're going to do. But what you're going to need is a set of rail riders. So whatever wheel you choose to run. I have not changed the tire on these. This is the regular tire that comes on this wheel. Sometimes you can get like a smaller tire from a 4-spoke and stretch it, which will give you a little bit extra clearance and some poke on the face of the wheel. So that's an option in the future if you run into that. The most important part of this particular swap is going to be the axle that we use. And that axle is going to be a 3-piece axle. So here is the axle tube. Okay, let me see if we can zoom in. So boom, there's the axle tube. Now you can see there's a head on there, right? This pin comes out. Boom. So what happens is you have these little pins, you bend them slightly, like just a little kink in it, so that when you push this into the tube, it's enough friction, boom, to make it fit tight. So then this end is open, and here's the other end of my pin. So then what we're going to do in order to lower it, and so what you're seeing here is that we're just going to stop the axle from falling all the way into this channel right here. So the main goal is to stop the axle from going all the way down to the base. When you stop the axle about here, right, you're moving the whole wheel set up and you're creating less clearance underneath. And that's what's going to make or give your car the appearance of being lowered. And it's also going to push the wheel up, which will close off the wheel gap for the wheel well. So that's the whole process behind what we're doing here. So in order to knock that out, we've got the axle here. We're going to take our first rail rider. We're going to put that on face out. This is going to be one side of our wheel. And then what you want to do is get some of these paper clips. So these have like a sheath on them, this colored sheath. And what you'll want to do is take one of the paper clips and unfold it straight, and take some cutters or a razor blade, and you'll just cut off a little tiny piece of sheath like this. So there it is. So that's our little tiny piece of paperclip sheath. And then what you're going to do is slide your axle and put the sheath over the axle. So now take your sheath and slide that all the way down to the edge. So there, your wheel's all the way to the edge. You haven't pulled that little tube out. You've got your sheath on there for that side. We'll grab the other side. Boom. We'll slide that on. And then here's our other wheel face out. We've got our other pin already slid through it. Line this up. And we'll get something, grab our pointy John. So there you can see, we can even go like this, squeeze both ends to make sure that's all the way on. So we'll put that all the way out. We'll scoot this down, scoot that down. Now we have our axle built, and we have the tooth sheaths, which aren't going to allow it to fall as deep into the crevice. So here's our axle channel. You're just going to take your axle like normal and set it in there like so. And you can see how it's sitting a little bit crooked. So we'll go ahead and make sure that it's lined up and straight. I like to try to take a look at it like this and see if the axle is straight with the body here is a good way to tell. It's a little bit off, so we'll go ahead and push this side down to make sure that it levels out. So there you go. Looks like it's pretty straight there. And now you can see the amount of wheel that's been reduced underneath. So boom. Now we've got our base set. Next up is going to be our interior. So for this, we're going to have to cut. See how we've cut a little bit deeper into this. Usually this is just like a very shallow opening there. So basically what you're going to do is cut just enough. And I use like a cutting wheel on my Dremel, like a Dremel wheel or whatever. I use that and just kind of the plastic back, and it turns hot and like hard, and I just peel it off. And then sometimes, depending on the casting, you might have to hollow this part out as well, this little wheel well right there, because that will catch. But we're generally not going low enough today in order for that to make a difference. So, but yeah, you'll want to cut those out front and rear. And what that's going to do is allow your interior to sit over top of the orange sheaths that we've put in there. So boom, there's our interior clears. Check our wheels, make sure we have full rotation, front and rear. Boom, boom. And now we'll take our interior window, set that up on top. We'll bring our body on. Boom. Snap back together, and there's a closed up wheel gap. So really, really dope. Full roller all the way around. So now we've closed up that wheel gap, right? We can push that up a little bit and it still rolls. No issues there. So wheel gap is gone. You can see we have very little clearance under the front bumper for those wheels. So our stance on the car is going to be extremely slammed, but car rolls front and rear. Boom, boom. So that's going to wrap it up for the tutorial. Again, this is just a simple way to lower your cars without having to worry about shaving the body all down, shaving the base all down, and shaving that and making that super, super flat. So really, really nice option. You can get those kind of axles on eBay. You can get them on Amazon. If you just search 1/64 scale axles, they'll pop up everywhere. And generally, most people sell them for like, I don't know, I want to say like $20 for 20 sets. So they're like $1 a set, which kind of pricey, but all in all, it allows for some customization of the axles themselves. Lengthwise, right? If you're doing a wheel swap with a set of wheels and the axle doesn't fit your particular car, then you can use those adjustable ones as well, shave some off, and cut the length that you need. So that'll wrap it up for today's vid. Hope that was informative for everybody. Hope you were able to gain something that you didn't already know and use that knowledge to do some wheel swaps for yourself. If you have any questions, by all means, drop me a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. or if you guys needed clarification on something that I did today, again, just leave me a comment down below and we can discuss. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. Much appreciated. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, and we'll see you guys soon on the next one. One love.